comfortable seated position. Whatever that looks like for you guys and gal. Start to close off the mind, bringing your attention and your focus inward, centering yourself in your practice, on your mat, within your space at home. Start to hone in on your breath, that life force that lives within us all. Tuning into that expansion and contraction of your ribs, your abdomen, your chest. Creating this three-dimensional expansion with each breath. Gently start to constrict your breathing, building that heat, creating that oceanic sound at the back of your throat, your Ujjayi breath. Further drawing your focus and your attention inward, centering yourself with your practice. Planting firmly down through both sit bones. As you inhale, take a gentle tuck in the chin to elongate your spine. As you exhale, a gentle bend, bringing your right ear to your right shoulder. Staying here for a few breaths, playing around with that positioning of your head, gently rocking it forward and backwards, getting different angles of the stretch. Option to place that left hand behind your back, flat on the back of your hand, flat on your sacrum. Extending the stretch just a little deeper. Your next inhale, return to center. And as you exhale, gently bring that left ear towards your left shoulder. Again, playing around with your head position here, finding those areas of tension and restriction, and allowing your breath to melt into that tension. Option to place that right hand behind the sacrum, behind your back, deepening that opening with your right neck and shoulder. Your next inhale, bring your head back to center. And as you exhale, gently start to circle the neck around. You choose. 3 circles in one direction. And then start to change it up. Circling through the opposite. When you finish there, return to that neutral spine, revisiting that connection with your mat as you gently start to circle through your shoulders, bringing them forward, up towards your ears and down, and then changing, circling back, really squeezing those shoulder blades down your ribs, pinning that imaginary pencil between your shoulder blades as you squeeze back, up towards the ears and circle them around. Might get some creaks and pops, some weird noises there. With your next inhale, place the left palm flat on the ground, outside your left knee. Raise the right fingertips high. And as you exhale, bending over your left side body, looking your gaze up and under your right armpit, your right elbow, making sure to plant that right sit bone down into the mat as you open up the right side body. Inhale, come back to center, plant the right palm down as you reach the left fingertips high. Exhale, slowly lowering down to the right, opening up that left side. Shining your heart forward by looking that gaze up and under that left elbow. Inhale, come back to center. Interlacing your fingers behind your back. Press those elbows together as you push the fist away. Exhale, fold forward over the knees, reaching that fist up towards the sky and your forehead down towards the mat. Gentle rinse in the shoulders. Really press those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, release the bind in your hands and slowly come up to a nice tall spine. From here, send both legs out long. With your inhale, take a bend in the left knee and place that left foot up and over the right leg, planting it softly on the outside of that right knee. Nice tall spine. As you exhale, give a squeeze, wrapping the elbows around the left knee, pulling it into the chest. Right toes are engaged and active, pointing up towards your knee. Your next breath in, plant that left palm behind your sacrum. As you exhale, right elbow to the outer edge of that left knee, twisting open to the left. Lift that gaze up and over the left shoulder, just beyond the backside of the mat. As you release this twist, take a shift into that right hip. We're swinging the left heel around towards your glute. So we're coming into this half hero pose. That left hip is internally rotated, taking a bend in the left knee. You may need a little bit of assistance with your foam roller or folded up towel underneath your hips, taking a gentle lift there, or even just the support of your right hand to press your center back to the midline of your body. So this internal rotation in the left hip is going to want to shift you over to the right. Do your best to counteract that. Again, bringing that heel as close to the butt as it can get. It might be way out wide. Just trying to find some internal rotation in that left hip. Maybe a little stretch in the left quad. Your inhale, shift back into that right hip. As you swing the left foot around, bottom of the left foot goes to the inner edge, your adductor on the right leg. Inhale, arms come up overhead. As you exhale, hinging at the hips, shifting your weight forward, reaching as far as you can go. Might be the shin, it might be the knee, maybe the ankle. Again, taking a gentle bend in the right knee, if you need. Bringing that forehead down towards the knee. One more breath here, trying to deepen with each exhale. Slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time. Send the left leg long. And as you breathe in, bend that right knee, step that right foot up and over the left. Exhale, wrapping the elbows around the knee, pulling it into the chest. Left toes are engaged, pointing back towards your nose. Nice tall spine. Inhale, plant the right palm this time behind the sacrum. As you exhale, twisting open to the right. Left elbow to the outer edge of that right knee. Gazing up and over the shoulder towards the back edge of the mat. With your inhale, really shine the crown of the head up towards the sky. As you exhale, deepen the twist. Slowly release that bind, shifting your weight into that left hip this time, sweeping the right heel around towards your right glute. Half hero. Trying to shift your weight into that right hip, keeping your spine as tall as you can get it. And having the support underneath your hips or underneath your sit bones, taking a gentle lift in your pelvis can help in this position. Next, inhale, shift your weight into that left hip, releasing the right foot, sweeping the bottom of the right foot around, resting softly inside your adductor. Inhale, reach the fingertips high. As you exhale, hinging forward, reaching for the ankle, the toes, maybe the shin or the knee. Slowly come out, raising one vertebrae at a time. From here, take a cross in the ankles, shifting your weight forward up over the knees, coming to a tabletop position. Tops of the feet rest softly on the mat, knees and hands about shoulder width distance apart, really pressing those shoulders together, down your back, away from your ears, your shoulder blades, that is. Creating a gentle press, as if you're trying to push the mat away from your body. With your inhale, planting down firmly through the left palm. As you exhale, right fingertips reach towards the top of the mat, simultaneously extending the left leg, kicking that left heel back. So drawing this imaginary line, this energetic line from your right fingertips all the way down to your left heel. Staying engaged through that left glute, keeping the left hip high. Left toes point up towards your left knee, pressing that heel away as you reach those right fingertips long. Active and engaged through the core here and your pelvic floor. Slowly return back to your tabletop, lowering the left knee and right fingertips. Inhale, planting down through the right palm this time. As you exhale, left fingertips and right heel go long. Keeping those hips square, trying not to open up to your right side body. Reconnecting with your center. Keep that core engaged. Right glutes turned on here. Right toes point up towards your knee. Stretch those left fingertips long. Slowly release back down. Your next breath, reach the fingertips towards the top, just below the edge of the mat. As you exhale, keeping your hips up high, stacked above your knees, lowering your chest down to the mat for a puppy pose. So this is like a modified child's pose. We're still reaching those fingertips out as long and as far away from our bodies as we can. Hips are up and away from the heels this time. So it's a deeper chest opener. Should feel that maybe in your lats, across the front of your chest. Option to rest your chin on the mat or the forehead. If you have a towel or a block handy, you can also set that down in between your hands to rest your forehead on. If you're not able to get the forehead and the chest all the way down to the mat, keeping your hands where they're at. With your next inhale, shift your weight forward, coming down to your forearms, relaxing your hips onto the ground. Shine your heart forward, press through the tops of your feet, lifting the knees up off the mat for a Sphinx pose. Gentle back bend here. Glutes are engaged, core is turned on. Your next inhale, toes, big toes stay together. Knees go out wide as you shift your hips back, coming into your child's pose. And staying active here, pressing through all 10 fingertips, sending your hips back towards the tops of your heels. Inhale, shift your weight forward, coming back to that tabletop. We're going to flow through that little series there 2 more times. So it's kind of a modified vinyasa flow here. So with your inhale, fingertips come to that lower, just the top edge of the mat, keeping the hips up high as you lower down, forehead or chin to the mat, bringing your chest as close to the earth as you can get. Really opening up that thoracic spine. So much time in front of computer screens, your phones, can feel really nice to get you to open up the opposite way. Inhale, elbows come down to the mat as you shift your hips forward, press down through the tops of the feet, shine your heart as you press those shoulder blades down your back. Sphinx pose. Glutes are active, core is active. From here, toes stay together, knees go out wide, press those hips all the way back to the tops of the feet, the heels, I guess. Reconnecting with your breath. Your next inhale, shift back to your tabletop. Send those fingers just to the top of the mat, keeping the hips high this time, lowering your forehead or your chin down to the mat. Staying engaged through the fingertips as you press the mat away. Really reaching towards the top of the mat. Inhale, shift your hips forward, coming down to your elbows. Fingers stay where they're at. As you exhale, plant through the tops of the feet, lifting the kneecaps off the mat, engaging the glutes, shining your heart forward. Inhale, big toes come together, knees go out wide. As you exhale, press the mat away. Sacrum comes down to the heels. Child's pose. Inhale, shift your weight back to the tabletop. From here, tuck the toes. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Start to pedal it out from side to side, open the hamstrings and the calves. Your next inhale, shift your weight forward to a high plank. As you exhale, keep the elbows in nice and tight, lowering down halfway for your chaturanga. Untuck the toes with your inhale, shine the heart forward, really press those shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, send the hips high, downward facing dog. So advancing that vinyasa flow here now. We're getting a little bit more engagement, a little more challenging. Really press through all 10 fingers, sending your chest back towards your thighs. Shake your head yes and no. Let go of any tension in the neck and shoulders. Inhale, shift forward to that high plank. As you exhale, lowering down halfway. Hold here. Nice deep breath in. Untuck the toes. Shine your heart forward. As you exhale, hips go high for your downward facing. Last time through this particular vinyasa. So inhale, shift the weight forward to your high plank. Exhale, slow and controlled, elbows in nice and tight, lowering down halfway. Inhale, untuck the toes, knees stay lifted. Exhale, downward facing dog. Your next inhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Toes come behind the wrists. As you exhale, folding forward, opening up your low back, hamstrings, releasing any tension in your jaw, in your forehead. Just let gravity fold you forward. Take a gentle sway. Again, a nice slight bend in the knees can help you fold a little bit deeper forward. Your next inhale coming up for a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, release it down, forward fold. Planting through all four corners of both feet, firmly rooted in the mat. Root to rise, come up to a nice, tall, standing mountain pose. Exhale, hinge at the hips, folding all the way down. Your next inhale, sit your hips back. As you exhale, arms come up overhead for your chair pose. Again, looking down over the knees, trying to peel those toes up off the mat, forcing you to sit deeper into your heels and into that chair. Really turning the glutes on here, getting them fired up. Your next inhale, interlace those fingers behind your head. As you exhale, press them away from your shoulders. Opening up the chest. See if you can sit down just a little bit deeper. Exhale, chest comes to the tops of the thighs first as you send that fist up towards the sky. And then next breath, extend the knees, straightening out for a forward fold. As much as you can. I don't think I move very much in the knees, but keeping that rinse in your shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together and back away from your ears towards the sky. With your next breath, release the bind in your hands, letting them fall down towards the earth. Inhale, plant your hands, step the feet back, high plank. As you exhale, slowly lower down for your chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Your next breath in, make your way towards the top of the mat. As you exhale, release, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, root to rise, come all the way up to standing mountain pose. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Fold. Inhale, sit back into that chair. Exhale, arms come up overhead. So we're gonna go in through a little squat series here. It's gonna be helpful to widen your stance slightly, so feet are about shoulder width distance apart. Inhale, your arms come up overhead. As you exhale, sitting down into the chair. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, squat down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 5 more here. Up, down. 4, 3, 2, last one. Release, fold forward, walk your toes and your heels back to touch. Inhale, plant your hands, step the feet back, high plank. Slowly lower down halfway on your exhale. Inhale, untuck the toes, shine your heart forward. As you exhale, send the hips high. Downward facing dog. Last time through here, so inhale, walk your feet up behind your wrists. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, send it down. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Reach for the sky. As you exhale, folding back down. Inhale, sit the hips back into the chair. As you exhale, arms come up overhead. Really press those knees in towards the midline. Send the shoulders away from your ears as you reach for the sky. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center. As you exhale, left elbow to the outer edge of your right knee for a twisted chair. Pressing through the palms to deepen the twist. Sitting back into your heels, peeling those toes up off. Inhale, back to center. As you exhale, twisting over the left knee, right elbow comes to the outer edge of that left knee. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, plant your hands, step the feet back. Exhale, lowering down halfway. Inhale for your upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Open mouth, exhale. Let go of any heat that built. Your next inhale, sweep the right leg high. As you exhale, bring that right knee through behind your right wrist, right ankle behind the left wrist, lowering down the left knee, untucking the left toes for a half pigeon. And trying to get that right leg as square in front of you as you can. May need some support underneath that right hip. We'll start here with a nice tall spine. So inhale, pressing down through all 10 fingers. As you exhale, try and fold a little bit deeper. Coming down to forearms, with or without the support of a block or a foam roller. Maybe, just maybe, bringing that forehead down to a block or the mat. Re-engaging the hips here, so squaring them off with your mat. Driving that right hip back and sending the left hip forward. Creates a little more space for you to fold into. And on your next breath, we're going to meet back on our fingertips. Wherever you find yourself, slowly make your way there. Pressing down through all 10 fingers, untuck that left toe, raise the left knee off the mat. As you exhale, three-legged down dog, right heel goes high. From here, doing your best to keep your shoulders square with the mat, opening up that left hip. So circle, pressing down, opening up that right hip. Option here to flip your dog into wild thing, bringing that right heel up and over, planting down through your left hand, sending the right fingertips high. Gentle back bend. Slow and controlled, coming back to your high plank. As you exhale, send the hips high for your down dog. Inhale, left heel goes high. As you exhale, sweep the left knee behind your left wrist, left ankle behind your right wrist. Lowering down the right knee to the mat, untucking the right toes. Getting that left leg to a comfortable position. Pressing down through all 10 fingers. Inhale, shine your heart forward, reach the crown of your head towards the sky, squaring the hips as you slowly come into a deeper bend. Only if it's accessible. Coming down to forearms, maybe completely surrendering with or without the support of your foam roller or a towel. Next breath, let's meet back up on our fingers. Nice tall spine. Your inhale, untuck the right toes, raise that right knee. As you exhale, sweep the left leg back, three-legged down dog. Keeping those shoulders as square to the mat as you can. Open up that left hip, stacking the hips, squaring the shoulders. Option here to plant through that right palm, step the left heel up and over for your wild. Left fingertips reach towards the sky, press down through the right palm. Slow and controlled, left hand comes back down to the mat. High plank. Exhale, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift your weight forward. As you exhale, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Keeping the palms in nice and tight to your ribs. Elbows are tucked in tight towards the midline. Forehead rests softly on the mat. Tops of the feet on the earth. Toes are untucked. Your inhale, pressing down through your hips, engaging your glutes and your core. Taking a gentle lift in your forehead, looking just beyond the top of your mat. Shoulders and elbows squeeze in towards the midline for a little baby cobra. Pressing down through the tops of the feet, elevating the kneecaps and the quads off the mat. Firing up that posterior chin. Exhale, slowly lower down. Left cheek comes to the earth. Fingertips stretch long down towards your feet. Your next inhale, take a bend in that right knee. Bring your right heel towards your glute. Reaching with your right fingertips for the outer edge of that right foot.
Gentle stretch through the quad. Option here to kick into your right fingertips as you pull back on your right ankle, taking a gentle lift in the right. Deepening the stretch just a little bit. Slowly lower the right knee back down, release the grip on your right ankle. Let the toes return to the earth. Right cheek rests softly on the mat now. With your inhale, taking a bend in the left knee, bring the left heel towards your glute. Reaching for that left ankle with your left knee. Option to stay here if this stretch is enough for you. Or we can take a little deepening by pressing the ankle away and pulling back with your fingertips. Lifting that left knee up off the mat just slightly. Slowly return the left knee back to the mat. Release the grip on that left ankle. Tops of the left toes return to the mat. Neutral spine here, so forehead rests softly on the mat. We can stay here in this position, or we can take the double bend here for a full bow. So we're going to bend both knees, bringing the heels towards your butt, reaching for the ankles with your fingers. Shoulder blades squeeze back towards the midline. As you inhale, kick the feet away, pointing those toes back towards your knees to kind of lock in your grip. As you simultaneously exhale, pulling back with your arms, sending the heels up, rocking onto your belly. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Open mouth exhale. Let it go. When you're ready, make your way onto your back, supine position. Your next breath in, bring that right knee into your chest. As you exhale, give it a squeeze. Take some gentle circles. One direction, and then switch directions, closing it. Your next breath in, bring that right knee out to your right side body, squeezing it up towards your ribs. As you exhale, left fingertips, bring that right knee up and over your left leg for a supine spinal twist. Right fingertips go out long. Option to flutter your eyes closed here. You can also look your gaze, whether your eyes are open or not, up and over that right shoulder towards your right fingertips. Reconnecting with your breath as you allow yourself to melt into the mat. You can stay here with the spinal twist, or we can reach for that cattail for a deeper stretch in your left quad. So take a bend in the left knee, reaching with your right fingertips for that left foot, deepening the twist. Really try to pin that right shoulder back down onto the mat. Hips are stacked on top of each other. One more breath here. With your inhale, release the grip on your left foot. Send that left leg long as you bring the right knee into your chest. Give it a squeeze as you exhale and send it long. Inhale, left knee comes into the chest. As you exhale, start to circle it out. Change directions. Evening it out. Inhale, squeeze that left knee out to the edge, the side, your rib cage. As you exhale, right fingertips bring the left knee up and over.
Left fingertips go long, looking your gaze over that left shoulder towards the left fingers. An option to reach for that cattail, taking a bend in the right knee this time. Left fingertips reach for the right toes. Try to pin that left shoulder as close to the mat as you can. Keep the hips stacked on top of each other. Your next inhale, release the grip on that right foot if you got it. Exhale, bringing that left knee into your chest, giving it a squeeze before you send it long. Inhale, take a bend in both knees. Bring your heels as close to your sacrum as you can. As you exhale, pressing down through the heels, sending the hips high for a bridge pose. Really pressing through the heels to turn on those glutes and a little bit of your hamstrings. Tuck the shoulder blades up and under as you reach your fingers towards your heels. Option to take that same bind, interlacing the fingers underneath your sacrum. Tuck those shoulders just a little bit to shine your heart towards the sky. Really send those hips up high as you press the mat away. Staying here engaged for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly exhale, lowering your hips down to the mat. Your next inhale, bring both knees into your chest. Gently rock side to side. Maybe some circles. Your next breath in, send the bottoms of the feet up towards the sky. As you exhale, reach for the outer or inner edges of those feet, pulling the knees down towards the earth, opening up your hips and hamstrings for happy baby. From here, taking your peace fingers, placing them between your first and second toe, and wrapping them around your big toe. Get a nice grip on each big toe. As you slowly extend that right heel first up towards the sky, elongating the hamstring on the right side. Keeping a pull in the left hand, keeping that knee in towards your armpit. Inhale, pull that right knee back in towards the armpit. As you exhale, extend the left leg high, trying to keep a grip on that big toe. Inhale, slowly lower down. Release the grips on your big toes, reaching for the bottoms of the feet again. One last time. Exhale, press those knees in, down towards the mat. Releasing the grip on your feet, bring the knees back into center. As you exhale, wrapping both elbows around the knees, creating a ball and squeeze nice and tight. Total body engagement here, staying active for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open mouth exhale. Let it all go. Legs go long. Hands go wide. Allow your breath to return to normal. Your body to ease into a still and peaceful state. allowing your breath to flow freely and naturally. Letting your thoughts rush over you, allowing them to flow easily in and easily out. And when you're ready, start to bring some gentle, soft movements back into your body. Allowing those movements to grow ever so slightly. Doing whatever feels good for your body. Bringing your awareness back into your body. As you begin to grow your movements, when you're ready, make your way into a comfortable fetal position. Resting here for a breath as you press yourself up to your seat. Appreciate you tuning in on a Tuesday. Thanks for the energy and the attention. Namaste.